Well, welcome to the 1 Minute. Today's Bible reading is Leviticus chapter 25 through 27. I hope that you go through it with us. And guess what? When you finish today, we will have went through 3 books of the Bible. Some of you have been doing this with us every day. That excites me. If not, it's never too late to catch up. One Baptist Church Facebook page or the One Baptist Church YouTube page. You'll see the 1 minutes. You can go there. Accompanied with it is the daily devotional. That devotional can be found at onebaptist.org/devotional. Every day you'll see the assigned reading, and you'll see an overview of what you're about to read, a little insight to look for some things along the way, and you'll see where you can see Jesus in the Old Testament. Today you can see Jesus in the Old Testament as Redeemer. I want to use my time on this video today to draw your attention to Leviticus chapter 25, 9 and 10. In verse 9 you'll see that there is a trumpet to be sounded. It is to be jubiled, and that which is to be jubiled is the good news proclaiming, verse 10, proclaiming liberty throughout the land to all the inhabitants thereof. Now, I bring that verse up because in the United States of America, Philadelphia, PA, Independence Hall, there is a bell, a 2,000-pound bell, 12-foot lip around that puppy, large crack in it, and inscribed on that bell is Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 10, proclaim liberty throughout the land to all the inhabitants thereof. I thought to myself how thankful I am that the countrymen of that day, even the makers of that bell, were aware of where our freedom and where our liberty in this land came from and still has been given. Oh, that we could go back to that kind of foundation in this land. Nevertheless, as you come to this text, the context of where they got that verse is the children of Israel making this announcement of liberty. Along with that, what it would mean is when you heard that trumpet, what it meant to you was that your debt had been paid. It meant to you that if you had sold yourself in slavery, that the shackles could come off. The way that news would get out is they would stand at the door of the temple or the tabernacle. The trumpeter was, and he was to sound that trumpet. Now, not just one trumpet would do. You've got 12 tribes of Israel, right? You've got some 140 miles away from each other. And so what they were to do was to stand at that door, and they were to sound that trumpet. There would be another trumpeter stationed a distance away. He would hear that good news, and he would then turn around and sound the trumpet himself. Another would be stationed that would hear that good news and sound the trumpet themselves. You get the story, right? And before long, what would be going out through that land was a clear, distinguishable sound that meant liberty to all who would respond to what the message of the Jubile was proclaiming at that close of that Day of Atonement in that year of Jubilee. The Bible tells us in John chapter 8, the Son has made you free, you shall be made free indeed. You shall be free indeed. I'm thankful for the liberty that comes by being a child of God and trusting on the Lord Jesus Christ. With that comes a message, an opportunity to herald, to trumpet, to jubile a gospel to a world about that Son, and that they can receive Him and have that same liberty. In fact, that Son was found in Luke chapter 4 talking about a day, and he was quoting Isaiah 61. And I read to you from the passage of Luke chapter 4. He says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because He has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor, sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, recovering of sight to the blind, and to set at liberty them that are bruised." Oh, in this dispensation, me and you can't touch somebody and heal them. We can't touch a blind eye and make it see. But what we can do, can we not, is set at liberty them that are bruised, with bruised hearts and bruised spirits, those who've been blinded by religion or tradition or of their own sort of false doctrine, those who have been captive to habits and bondage to things that they never wanted to be captive to, those who have that broken heart, and those who are poor, and yet the gospel can change all of their lives. We have a trumpet of which we can sound, and together we can make a difference. That liberty is still available. Go tell that, will you? God bless.